Hello. Today we will be going over number sequences, and don't worry, the only prior knowledge that you need is understanding of numbers and how to read them. So, number sequences. A number sequence is a list of numbers that are in a particular order. Sets are not necessarily in order, so they can be a random grouping of numbers, and they don't necessarily have a particular order. However, numbers can also be repeated in sequences which do have an order, and let's say increasing order, decreasing order, or some of the other types of sequences that we'll be talking about today. So in the example, we have a number sequence, and because it is increasing with a certain pattern, and although we won't get into this type of sequence today, we can see that the first one picture has 1, then 3, 6, 10, and 15. So if we look uh, from the first to the second, there's an increase of 2. From the second to the third, there's an increase of 3. Third to the fourth, an increase of 4. Fourth to the fifth, an increase of 5. So actually, the second difference is increasing with a pattern, and therefore it's a number sequence. But you don't have to worry about that just yet. So a sequence can have any kind of order, such as adding, multiplying, dividing, etc. That's what we went over in the last slide. So for the first example, the sequence is 2, 4, 6. You would add 2 to get 4, and then you would add 2 to 4 to get 6. The second example has 2, 4, and 8, and you would multiply 2 by 2 to get 4, and then you would multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. And the third example has 9, 3, and 1. So in order to get the next number, you would divide the first number by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then you would do 3 divided by 3, which is 1, and that is your final number. So infinite number sequences. This is an example of an infinite number sequence because the sequence goes on forever. So this is highlighted by this ellipses, and it signifies that the sequence is not ending and does not have an ending number. So here, the sequence is in the example 3, 5, 7, 9, and we have this ellipses, and that signifies that it's an infinite sequence. Now we go to finite number sequences, and hence the name. A finite number sequence has an ending value. So a finite number sequence has an ending value, and this ending value is 1. So we can write ending value. And in the example, we have 199, 98, 97, and there's no ellipses and no other numbers. So this too is the ending value. Okay, now we have sequences with number lines, and this is just a way to visualize it, or a useful tool that you can utilize to use when solving problems. So a number line is a line with numbers placed in their correct position. It is useful for adding and subtracting and for showing relations between numbers. You can place a sequence on a number line to visualize it better. So in this example, each number is separated by an interval of 2 to get the next number, and add 2 to the number before to get the next one. So 3 plus 2 equals 5, 5 plus 2 equals 7, 7 plus 2 equals 9, and 9 plus 2 is not shown but equals 11. So you would do you would add 2 to this one, this one, this one, and this one, and so on and so forth. So our first example question is from the 2020 math practice test of the real NGSA, and it says, study the pattern below, then select the number of dots that will complete the fifth term in the pattern, essentially. So A, 15, B, 18, C, 2, and D, 21. And you can pause the video now if you need extra time to solve it. So our solution is, so the easiest way to solve this problem is to see that we are adding another row to the bottom of the triangle each time. Oops, sorry. Adding another row to the triangle's base requires 5 dots. This is what the next triangle would look like. So it would require 5 dots. Now count the number of dots in the fifth triangle. There are 15. So answer choice A is correct. This pattern forms the triangle number sequence. 1, 1 plus 2, which is, and then 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which would be choice A. And we can see that choice A is in fact correct. So our next problem comes from the 2019 math practice test for the NGSA, and it says, Zara used some buttons to make shapes which form a pattern. The first 4 figures in the pattern are shown below. Study the pattern and answer the questions that follow. So here we have 1 dot, 3 dots, 5 dots, and 7 dots. And so you can pause the video now and if you need extra time to solve. So here's our solution. So first you have to notice that with each figure, the number of circles increases by 2. So increases by 2 circles. Figure 4, has 7 circles. So you would do 7 plus 2, which equals 9. Thus, figure 5, the figure we are solving for, should have 9 circles in the shape of an L. And given that this is a short answer question, there are no choices. Thank you. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email us or message us on WhatsApp. Our media handles are displayed, and this is if you aren't clear about something, you can always go back to the presentation, study it a little bit more, and with every time you study it and you go over the things that you don't understand, you will get them eventually. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.